Have you ever met someone who smiled after making you cry? Someone who insulted you, then laughed as if it was just a joke? Or maybe someone who watched you struggle and seemed to enjoy every second of it? The scary part? Some people don't hurt others by accident. They actually enjoy it. But why? Is it because they're evil, broken, or is something much darker happening inside their mind? Today, we're uncovering the hidden psychology behind why some people take pleasure in causing pain, and how to protect yourself before you become their next target. Stay until the end, because the final reason is the one most people never see coming. 1. Pain can become power. Most people feel guilty after hurting someone, but some people feel powerful. Why? Because making someone feel small gives them a temporary sense of control. When they see fear, confusion, or sadness in someone else's eyes, they feel important. It's not real confidence, it's borrowed power. People who secretly feel weak often try to make others weaker. Instead of building themselves up, they pull others down. 2. The reward of control. Psychologists have found that control can be emotionally rewarding. For certain individuals, controlling another person's emotions becomes addictive. They learn that with a few words, they can ruin someone's day. And once they discover that power, they keep using it. That's why emotional manipulators often repeat the same behaviors, not because they can't stop, but because they don't want to. 3. The mask of kindness. The most dangerous people rarely look dangerous. They're charming, helpful, funny. Everyone likes them, until the mask slips. Many emotionally abusive people hide behind kindness because it earns trust. Once you trust them, they know exactly where to attack. The deeper your trust, the deeper the wound. 4. They lack empathy. Empathy is what stops most people from causing unnecessary pain. It's the ability to imagine someone else's feelings, but some individuals have very little empathy. They don't feel your pain. They only notice your reaction. To them, people become experiments, not human beings. That's why apologizing or crying doesn't always change their behavior. Sometimes, it only encourages it. 5. Your reaction is their reward. Have you noticed how some people keep pushing until you finally explode? That's exactly what they wanted. Your anger, your tears, your frustration. Your emotional reaction becomes proof that they still have power over you. That's why staying calm isn't weakness. Sometimes, it's the strongest response possible. When you stop feeding their need for drama, they lose interest. 6. Hurt people can hurt people, but not everyone does. You've probably heard the phrase, hurt people hurt people. There's some truth in it. People who experienced abuse, humiliation, or neglect may repeat those behaviors. But pain is never an excuse for cruelty. Millions of people suffer, yet choose kindness. The difference isn't what happened to them, it's what they choose to become. 7. Why they target kind. People often don't choose the strongest target. They choose the kindest. Why? Because kind people forgive. They give second chances. They doubt themselves instead of questioning the abuser. To a manipulator, kindness looks like opportunity. That's why boundaries are just as important as compassion. 8. The silent trap. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to change someone who enjoys hurting others. They explain, they beg, they hope love will fix everything. But you can't heal someone who enjoys your suffering. Sometimes the healthiest decision isn't winning the argument. It's walking away. Protecting your peace isn't selfish. It's survival. The people who enjoy hurting others don't always shout. Sometimes they whisper. Sometimes they smile. Sometimes they're the ones everyone trusts. Their greatest weapon isn't cruelty. It's making you question yourself. So if someone repeatedly humiliates you, manipulates you, or enjoys watching you suffer, believe the pattern, not the excuses. Because the strongest people aren't the ones who fight every battle. They're the ones who know which battles aren't worth fighting. If this video changed the way you see human behavior, hit like and subscribe for more videos on psychology, manipulation, and emotional intelligence. And tell me in the comments, do you think cruel people are born that way, or do they become that way? Remember, the more you understand human psychology, the harder it becomes for others to control you.